They always say that the FA Cup is magical. Well, we've drawn the old enemy, as today we face off against Manchester United in a Roses Derby FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Hello everybody, welcome back to part 37 of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So as I alluded to, the magic of the FA Cup has thrown up a bit of a challenge as we are going to be facing off against Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final. This being the first FA Cup semi-final of the series, we will be eager to win. So if you've been keeping up to date with the episodes, you'll know that there is absolutely nothing to catch up on. Let's just have a little look at the schedule though, just to refresh everybody who is joining at this point and also anybody who has been following it through. So we have had a good run of form. We haven't actually lost a game now since we lost to Manchester United in January, on the 31st of January. We have a good run of form going in the league, which has left us sitting joint top of the Premier League with Liverpool. We are 4 points ahead of today's opponents, Manchester United, and we are going to look to keep the pressure on them as we look to win our first ever Premier League title. But today is going to be all about the FA Cup, and that is where we are going to be headed straight away as we go to Wembley and show you the lineup that is going to take to the pitch in the Roses Derby semi-final of the FA Cup. Here we go then. This is an important game, and the 11 that are going to take to the field to try and defeat Manchester United will be Meslier in goal, Junior Firpo, Wobat, Konate and Manea across the back four. We'll have Kajust and Bentancur in the middle, with Daniel James, Ricky Puig and Rafinha across the attacking midfield three, with Šeško up front, who is banging goals in for fun. Just a few notes here. We have Calvin Phillips, who is suspended for the game, unfortunately. Marco Verratti has picked up a knock in training, so he's currently injured and will miss out on the game too, which is why the midfield looks a little bit light. But still, I have confidence in our 11 that we can go out and defeat Manchester United and move on to our first FA Cup final of the save. As always then, with these big games, we are going to go through every single highlight that happens. We are going to talk you through every single screen that I see. So we are starting off with the team lineups, the fancy graphics there that SI have put together for the match previews. We have the players lining up on the side of the pitch, and we are going into group huddles before the kickoff of the game, which gets off and running, and we are into the opening minutes. And luckily, not a lot has happened. Nothing actually at all has happened. We've gone 12 minutes into the game, and we've had the first shot. It's not one that's worthy of a highlight. And Junior Firpo has already got himself a booking after 16 minutes. So we seem to be matching up to Manchester United quite well, restricting them. But the first highlight is going to go to Manchester United as Williams plays the ball to De Jong, squares it to Freuler, plays it to Fernandes, returns it to Ronaldo. Sancho is played in behind. And would you believe it, we have been football managered as Jadon Sancho, with the first shot on target for Manchester United, scores the first goal of the game. Bit of slack defending, it seems. We allow them far too much room in the middle of the park. De Jong into Freuler, and when Fernandes has this much time and space, he plays it into Ronaldo, who also has the time and space to pick out Sancho. His shot first time past Meslier gives them a 1-0 lead. So a bit of work to be done here, it seems. We were the team that were on top until that moment, and with 5-6 shots now in the game, looks like we are on the front foot, but that one goal that they have scored is the difference between the two teams, and they are now going to look to build out from the back. Surely it can't happen again. Surely they can't have 2 shots and 2 goals. But they're knocking it about quite nicely at the back. Sancho into Fernandes, into Ronaldo. Freuler, De Jong. Ball over the top from Mbappe, who's trying to run in behind here. Manea is trying to stay with him. Ball's crossed in, and it has happened again. Cristiano Ronaldo with the big header into the top corner. Not a lot we can do about this one. I was a little bit critical about the defending in the first one, but there's nothing you can do about that. De Jong with the ball over the top. Once Mbappe's in, the pace just kills Manea. He cuts it back, crosses it in. And there is Cristiano to head the ball with the trademark header into the top corner. and we find ourselves 2-0 down despite probably being the better team, and Manchester United have scored from their 2 shots on target. So we are coming in at half time 2-0 down. Really disappointing, really, to find ourselves behind. We seem to have been the better team. The possession's been 50-50, but we've had shots. We've had shots on target, none of them noteworthy, it seems. But work to be done in the second half. We're going to push on into that and see if anything can happen. Probably going to give it 10-15 minutes, see if we can't try and get ourselves back into the game, and if not, make some changes. So 54 minutes on the clock. We've had 15 shots, 6 of which have been our target. So the hour mark has come. We're going to make a change. Julian Brandt is going to come on in place of Daniel James. I'm also, I can't bring myself. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to bring Adeyemi on for Šeško. Adeyemi has scored big goals for the club before, so let's give him a shot up top, because Šeško obviously has had chances, some of those chances that we have missed, and he obviously cannot get the ball between the posts. So let's see if Adeyemi can do anything. And it seems Firpo here is on a free kick. He plays it to Kajust, who plays it to Puig. He's got a ball inside if he can find it. Instead, he goes to take the shot alone. And Ricky Puig, with our first shot of the game, or of the highlight of the game, puts the ball wide from on the edge of the area. And it looks like that is going to be all she wrote in terms of chances for us, unless we can do something with this one. Manea to Puig, into Rafinha, back to Manea, plays it to Bentancur, plays to Karim Adeyemi, and I was just talking about Adeyemi scoring big goals, and unfortunately this one goes over the bar, and it looks like Manchester United are going to have the last chance maybe of normal time, as McTominay plays it to Freuler, cuts it inside to Rashford, ball over the top to Mbappe. They've cut us open again, and Mbappe did the damage the first time. He's crossed it in, and luckily for us, the chested ball goes straight to Meslier, and danger was averted. We're going to have one more chance. The game is telling us to get Bentancur off the pitch, but no point really in the last couple of seconds of the game, as Manea gets the ball, plays to Bentancur, plays to Ricky Puig. He's had a shot, and there is a lifeline. So there is literally seconds left. We are just going to go and try very attacking the last couple of minutes of the game, but I think it's excitement for nothing really, as well, stranger things have actually happened in this game. I will say Football Manager has this way of doing crazy things. It's given us a goal here through Ricky Puig. So let's see what happens. But the likelihood is, just like that, we're going to kick off. And unfortunately, it is a 2-1 defeat. And we have fallen once again to Manchester United. We have played some fantastic football, though. Not all of it made it to camera for some reason. Some of the key highlights obviously weren't the shots that we were having, but we've had 23 shots, 10 of which were on target, an XG of 1.32. We had 48% of the possession, and Manchester United were just clinical. They had those 2 shots early on, scored both of their first 2 shots on target, and it took us till the 93rd minute to make a breakthrough. By that point, the game was beyond us, and unfortunately, we have fallen at the semi-final stage of the FA Cup. So let's jump back to the home screen and show you where we're going to come back, what the Premier League is going to look like in terms of the running. So disappointment in the FA Cup semi-final, but we cannot let that get us down, because we have a Premier League to try and win. And as you can probably see by this screen, the very next game that we are going to play is against Liverpool, and this probably is going to be the title decider. If we can beat Liverpool, we can have a 3-point lead with just 5 games to go for us. It'll be 4 games for Liverpool. And in terms of them beating us, it means we will still have the game in hand, but we will have a 3-point deficit anyway. So let's look at the schedule and see what we are going to do. So I think what we will do is we will come back for the Liverpool game and the Brentford game. We'll skip the Arsenal one in the middle and maybe the Newcastle game, and then come back for Aston Villa and Brighton. The only way we will come back earlier is if there is a chance we are going to win the league, but it is likely to be Liverpool, Brentford, Aston Villa and Brighton. A 2-1 loss then to Manchester United sees us knocked out at the semi-final stage of the FA Cup. I guess that final will have to wait for another day in the save. We put up a good fight and tried to fight our best against Manchester United, but they were clinical with the 2 goals that they scored. So it's a bit disappointing not to have another final, but we will live to fight another day, and we now have the Premier League firmly in our sights. So if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching and you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. Every interaction, no matter how small, is vital to helping the channel grow, and I appreciate everybody who has stopped by and supported the channel across the months I've been doing YouTube. So for this one, I'm going to wrap it there, and I will see you tomorrow when we face off against Liverpool in a top of the table clash and Brentford.